The final fixture of match round 12 comes along. It's Tanjong Pagar United against Balestier Khalsa, and it's coming to you live from the Jurong Stadium here in the Singapore Premier League. It has been a week that has enthralled us. A great first half with Geylang and the Young Lions. Young Lions picking up only their second point of the season. Hougang had a man sent off, and BG Tampines ran rampant in the second half to win 3-0. An unbelievable game yesterday where even Suzat became the first goalkeeper to score in the Singapore Premier League to clamour a draw against Alberic's Niigata 3-3. And this is the game that we have on offer today. Tanjong Pagar taking on Balestier. And there's a lot to play for. When you look at the table, it will tell you that now, because the Young Lions got themselves that point, they are within a win of going above Tanjong Pagar. So something from this game Tanjong Pagar must get. Balestier could go to fourth with 3 points here, and that is going to be a big ask, but that is exactly what they were once. They haven't lost to Tanjong Pagar United in the last 11 meetings between these two sides. As is always, we managed to catch up with both head coaches ahead of this one. Marko Kraljevic talked about the game, but let's hear from Norlam Shah first.
Alam, you host Balestier Khalsa tonight, big 3 points up for grabs. Thoughts ahead of this match?
We're looking forward towards this game. Yes, looking forward to have a good showing first, and then translate it into a positive win. That is our main focus right now.
And you've mentioned previously that technical errors and inconsistency have been your biggest letdowns. What specific steps were taken in the past week to minimize those?
A lot of individual trainings have been done towards me, but again, a lot of 1v1 meetings with the players to build confidence in them. Unfortunately, today we will be losing Raihan through suspension, and also Zaiful is out sick with a virus yesterday. So again, it is what it is, so we just have to move on from there.
And you also mentioned previously that your team is a reactionary team, be it to the opponent or to you.
Yep.
How much do you need them to be motivated today for themselves?
Again, I will be on the touchline again, doing my very, very best to motivate them. I think it's a collective effort, like I always say. So if I have to work harder for them, and then I will have to work harder, but I have to control myself as well. Yeah.
Hi Marco, you're coming off the back of 2 dominant victories. Morale must be sky high in the team heading into today.
Yes, it is. It is. When you win the game, is week after that training is very nice. Everybody is happy, smile on the face, and then easy to work, and then looking for the next game.
That being said, Tanjong Pagar are hungrier than ever to get a win. How do you prevent complacency from setting in a team?
Yeah, meaning I mention every time the same things. Every game is difficult. Tanjong Pagar have so many good games. Sometimes sometimes consider goal too early, or then break everything. But it will be very tough. We need to be serious from first minute. Make sure we score first. It's very important. If we score first, I think it will be much easier for us.
And you told me just now, Mario, Mustafic is still out with injury. Are there any other changes in the squad?
No, only Mario is still injured. He's not fully recovery, and then Hafiz will stay on the goal post, and rest is all as last game.
Back-to-back wins for Balestier. There is, of course, in the stands, Aaron Evans, who's out with a long-term injury. Played over in India as well, but it was an absolute terrible, terrible blow to him. And it was a real nasty one. And you can see there are a few other players. Sahel Soaimi is up there in the stands as well. Lee Chan-woo got injured. He injured his ankle in the warm-up, so he's going to be up there as well. Rayman is suspended as well. So they do have their problems today, Tanjong Pagar United, but they are confident that they can take all 3 points. The big question is, though, is will they? It's up against the side that's gone back-to-back wins, so confidence is high. It was a victory against the Young Lions, and then last time out it was a 5-2 thumping against Geylang for Balestier, which means that they go in as favourites. There's no question or doubt about that. It was a 3-0 loss for Tanjong Pagar United against Hougang. And then before that, they had that disappointing 1-1 draw when they went up against the Young Lions. Of course, Norlam Shah was not happy with that. Wants a reaction from his side today. You could hear that from that pre-match interview. And talking to Jasli Hatcher as well, one of the coaching staff that is at Tanjong Pagar United. Used to play for Balestier and gone back, of course, and really is influential in the changing room there with the players. They do fancy their chances today, but they've got to convert when they get the opportunity. That is the big thing, and that is what they will have to do if they want to ensure that they can take all 3 points today and go a little bit further away from the Young Lions at the bottom of the table. That would put them on to 7 points. It could just be the kickstart to their season. We are on round 12 of the league, so time and games are running out. And at times, they haven't played too badly, Tanjong Pagar. They just haven't managed to finish things off. And of course, the big loss is Azajari has gone over to play for East Bengal over in India, the man that had scored 5 goals for them so far this season. Kyril Amri will be in charge of this one. He will take charge, and of course, all eyes will be on the officials, as has been of late. A couple of red cards we've seen this week, a few decisions as well. Zulfikar Mustafa will be the VAR assistant there with a big red button, ready to press as and when required and needed. And there you can see a big zoom in of Marco's head. But we'll get to the Balestier lineup in a minute, but let's just bring you the changes for Tanjong Pagar United. They still will go, we believe, with a 3-4-3. Zaiful is out with illness. He misses his first game of the season. Matt Silva will come in goal. Raihan is out suspended. He has started all 11 games. Azim Akbar will come in. Saidat's in for the youngster Anaki as well, which will give them a little bit more pace going forwards. And in the warm-up, Lee Chan-woo got injured. He's injured his ankle. So Samuel Pillay will come into the starting 11 for Nur Alam Shah. A real late blow there for Tanjong Pagar, but someone's disappointment could be someone's joy, and Nur Alam Shah knows all about that. What a legend he was as a player. Scored goals for fun. A real character and a real strong manager. Went over to Japan for a training stint and told me personally that he'd learned so much from that experience. Can he put it into practice today? Marko Kraljevic makes the one change. Subaric is the man that comes into the back line, which means Dylan Tay will move across back to the right back position. Tajeli is the player that misses out, but all eyes will be on Sugita and Mandic, who have 4 goals each, as Balestier have scored 20 so far this season, and they find themselves with the opportunity to go back to 4th in the table and be 6 points behind Albirex Niigata. There he is, man who played football for Rangers over in Hong Kong, played here as well for Balestier. Really is good to see him back in goal. It's his 4th spell at Balestier. 3 times as head coach, 1 time in charge of the under-22s. Was at Hougang, of course, and was mentioned as the interim coach before being given the full-time position, and the former coach of the year with Balestier all the way back in 2014. Is this game going to be won and lost? Will it be the keepers that are going to be of vital importance today? Matt Silva being given his first start of the year, the 34-year-old Canadian, signed from the Philippines side Loyola. That spells as well with United City over in the Philippines, but vastly experienced, having played football in Sweden, Canada, the Philippines, Gibraltar, and Portugal as well at Espino. Well, we've seen this from Nur Alam Shah sides from the kickoff, and this is a certain amount of trend where they'll launch the ball forwards and try and go and squeeze in, which is why they're playing very high. Doing exactly the same. So it will be Balestier in the black strip that will turn around and get going. Nice slow, easy tempo for them. It is Subaric who finds Madu Mahana. Good first touch from Darren Tate. Looking for Ignatius Sang out in the wide position. Well defended though. Samuel Pillai was back there doing his defensive duties. Cut out though by Lazar Vujanic. Vujanic, one of 4 players that has started all previous 11 games for Balestier, along with Darren Tate, Mandic up front and Sugita. There's the big switch again. Vujanic keeps things simple. Tin Matic gets dispossessed. Zanivio scored that stunning goal against the Young Lions a couple of matches ago. Helped on by Junior Gile. Estevez got right underneath that and across that and just couldn't get over the top of the ball. Just lashed at that one a little bit. Emilio Estevez. 16 caps for Chinese Taipei, the man that was born in Canada. Was playing over in the Taiwan League before signing here at Tanjong Pagar United. Goals then of a massive, massive premium for Tanjong Pagar. As mentioned, they've lost their leading goal scorer, Ezejare. Was banging the goals in for fun over at East Bengal in the Indian Super League. Good ball down the line. Khalid with the ball in. Nice, strong, solid header out, though. Vujanic goes for goal. Good save at the near post there from Matt Silva. Had to be alight, had to be alert, and he was. Vujanic yet to score this season. Not a million miles away though. And just trying to work that left-hand side, Balestier. Trying to force and push them back. Sugita getting involved as well. With the ball in, gets it back and delivers. Comfortable header away from Kim Lee Kwan. And volleyed away in the end. Madu Mahana, little nudge in the back there. The referee blows the whistle a little bit later and said that just a little bit too keen on that occasion to try and win the ball back, the 23-year-old. Good play from Katusa. Trying to get the ball in. Fatullah can't clear his lines properly. Darren Tate. Fatullah again. He's in behind here. Junior Djele. Djele goes for the near post. Well, it looked as though it was eyeing up going across the keeper, but Junior Djele, man that was born in Italy, but was playing his football in Malta, not a million miles away there. Does have a bit of a pedigree, having started his footballing career at Brescia. Over in Italy's Serie B and Serie A, of course, they have played before. Lively start then. It's Balestier that have had the ball, but it's Tanjong Pagar that have had a really good opportunity there as well. Nice ball fired in, but that's going to be easy pickings for the keeper. It's had to be patient and wait his time. There's the opportunity again from Djele. Just forcing that run and just trying to pull Hafiz Ahmed out of position slightly. Couldn't make the contact that he required though. And Tanjong Pagar beat Balestier was back in September 2022. That was a 3-1 win where they beat them all the way through the season that year. It's only been one draw in the last 11 encounters between these two sides. Lovely piece of skill. Well played there from Zanivio. Just completely overplayed. Far too much pace on that, but it did take a little nick and a little deflection. So it has gone behind for a corner for Tanjong Pagar. In driving forwards as well, trying to cause some sort of problems, the 28-year-old. Second spell at the club. Emilio Estevez it will be to deliver. A lot of bodies in and around the 6-yard box. It's going to be a goal kick. Kim Lee Kwan thought they might have got another corner there. You can hear Marko Kraljevic move the ball quicker. That's what he wants from his players. Get the ball into certain areas and certain positions. Big switch not coming off on that occasion. Easily picked off by Zanivio. There's a little bit of time and space to move into as well. Well defended. Sugita there to pick up that loose ball, and now Balestier overturned things. Katusa plays it forwards. Tim Matic goes and puts it across goal. Faint little touch there from Bogdan Mandic. Got in front of the defender. They're claiming it was a corner. It's not been awarded though. That is something that the powers that be are looking at for the next season. It should be VAR to help with decisions for corners as well. I feel that that's a very influential part of the game. The World Organisation that sort out the rules all met over this weekend in the UK to talk and discuss about the possibilities of tweaking and changing certain things. Players feigning injury was another thing that was down on the list, along with goalkeepers as well. Sure, in time, maybe either before, which will be used at the World Cup, but probably not. Just afterwards, there will be certain announcements made of little tweaks and changes to the rules then for the next season. Suberidge just mopping things up nice and easily at the back though. Big switch from Tim Matic. Katusa again gets the ball in, just blocked away though. Important block as well, only as far as Lazar. Vijanic plays it wide, another decent ball in, free header. He's got to go for goal there, Ignatius Sang. He's tried to cushion the ball into the path of Bogdan Mandic. What a chance that was. Well, it'd be interesting to see that one again. Norlam Shah there is absolutely fuming that Ignatius Sang was allowed a free header. It was really good play again, a decent ball into the box. But Ignatius Sang is 7 yards out. He's got to go for goal there. Gonna go for a bit of a longer throw here. Just so that maybe not. The referee wanting them to get on with things a bit quicker. Nakadin got away from one, got away from two, and somehow got the shot away on goal. But a good save in the end from Hafiz Ahmad. I don't think he was expecting Nakadin to do that, but that's exactly what he did. Just got there ahead of Ignatius Sang, was looking for that bottom corner. But a full stretch save in the end from Hafiz Ahmad. Corner fired in again. Kim Lee Kwan was the target but couldn't get on the end of it. Balestier tried to hit on the counter, but there's the pace of the man from Timor-Leste, Gustavo Zenivio. Long ball punch forwards as well. Pillai tried to go on the outside, but just couldn't. Goal kick awarded. Ignatius Sang has the pace to go through here. It needed Kim Lee Kwan to try and deal with the situation, which is exactly what he did, as did Matt Silva. Little flick on from Junior Dijeli. Far too much pace on that ball. Big diagonal switch, that header on coming in from Samuel, who almost gets it back. Sugita's the man that comes away with it though. Valente just keeps things simple. Vijanic gets things moving against Sugita. Katusa, Sugita making a run in behind and wins another corner. Sugita likes to get in beyond the former Japanese under-18 international. Signed from Albrechts Niigata, where he did win a title with them in 2022. Decent ball fired in, just flipped away though. An important header as well. That was from Emilio Estevez. Valente fires it back out wide. Vujanic with the ball in. It's dropped down for the main man, Bogdan Mandic. They're asking for a handball, so this will be looked at. But he makes absolutely no mistake. It's hit his body. He's controlled it down on the ground and then just span and drilled it home. And Balestier take the lead. Well, if he does count, it will be his 5th of the season. There's that ball in. Was there a slight hand out there? You can see Kim Lee Kwan thinks there was. We'll see from here. Not 100% sure on that. Everybody claiming it, but it will be looked at. VAR is checking. Shah just looking on, wondering what's going on. So the check is happening now. Might actually go over to the screen. Yeah, that's exactly what is happening. Okay, Lamry then jogs across and he's going to have a look at this. Well, we've had lots of dramatic moments this week. It'll be interesting to see here what happens. It's very difficult to tell from that angle. You could really do with a camera on the other side of the pitch. So it will have to be clear cut. The arm is out. I'm not 100% sure from that angle if we can see clearly. He has been asked to review it, so let's see what the decision is. Handball. Handball's been given. Wow. The arm slightly away from the body there. Could do with being just a little bit slower when we watch that ball going in to see if the arm does make contact. As it is, it won't stand. So Tanjong Pagar can breathe a huge sigh of relief. So no goal, still 0-0. Khalsa. Sagita looking to try and get in behind. Does, delivers. Darren Azamagbar was back there defending. Hacked away to safety anyway, we'll do at the moment. That injury for Lee Chan-woo really did juggle the team around a little bit, which is why maybe they start to settle a little bit more now. Tanjong Pagar. Balestier, though, are controlling and dictating the pace of the game. They've had a big share of possession. It was 3-0 when these two sides met on the 24th of October. Matic, Khalsa and Daniel Go all scoring. Here is Khalsa again. Straight into the hands of Matt Silva, though. There was a red card in that game as well for Harith Kanadi. So that didn't help. Balestier looking to go down the left again. Khalsa tried to find Tim Matic, wanted the little give and go. Darren Tays in an advanced position. The ball fired in, but headed away by Faisal Roslan. Estevez back there defending and just hooked away in the end. It's not a bad ball into the channel. Madhu Mahana has to deal with that. Plays it straight up the line. Zanivio, can he get the cross in? Dinks one in, it's a great ball. Emilio Estevez just underneath it slightly. Made his run just a fraction too soon. That's why he got underneath the ball. Couldn't get over the top of it. That's why the chance has gone. Here come Balestier again. Both sides then having opportunities in this match. Was that a handball? The referee looks at it, points to the spot. Azim Akbar looks disappointed. He did have a goal disallowed, Balestier, but this time they've managed to get themselves a penalty. Khalsa driving in, the arm slightly away from the body. That was the problem. It did clearly hit the hand. That's why the penalty was awarded. Tim Matic will be the man that looks to stand up and put this one away. The 28-year-old has one for the season so far. Tim Matic hits the post. Sent Matt Silva the wrong way, but has hit the post. Wow, you wouldn't have expected that one. Hasn't scored since round 4, which was a 3-3 draw against PG Tampines Rovers. That's a golden opportunity. They could still score here, though. Bogdan Mandic gets on the end of it, but can't get it back across goal. Another huge let-off. There's the penalty. It's a good, well-struck penalty, but just a fraction too wide. Knew exactly what he was doing there, kept that foot open, went for that far corner. Matt Silva going completely the wrong way. Well, the football gods very much smiling on Tanjong Pagar at the moment. We're still all square going into the 25th minute. Samuel Pillai doing well. Tries to get past his man, draws the foul. A little bit too physical in the challenge, Madamahana. Makadin hits the byline, pulls it back in, but easily picked off by Lazar Vujanovic. Can they make amends? Again, Khalsa does really well. Block clear, not the best clearance by Emilio Estevez, but gets away with it. Lovely little give and go there from Junior De Gile. And now finds himself running at Subaric. Waits for support. Zanivio, that looked very, very dubious, that challenge. It was very high. The goal kick has been awarded, but again, the officials may just want to take a little look at that. Zanivio, using his pace, gets in behind. Well, seen those given, seen them not given. Was he on his way down? That is what the officials will look at. It certainly looked that way, which is why play continues. And again, Katusa with the ball in, fisted away though by Matt Silva, not far enough. Sugita couldn't get it out of his feet quickly enough. This game opening up a little bit more now. Nice ball just tucked into the channel. Madu Mahana having to go all the way home. Hafiz Ahmad dealing with that one, no problem. Well, interesting to see how Balestier are really overutilising Harith Kanadi and also Katusa. 13 times they have gone down that left-hand side to try and get in behind and get their crosses in, and they are on a regular basis. So it's just something that Alam Shah will have to have a little look at. He is dangerous though. Yakov Katusa, here he is again, skips past the challenge like no one's there. Can he deliver? Pulls it back. Tim Matic steps over. Sugita hits the post again. Went for that far corner. It comes off the outside of the post. It's the second time that Balestier have hit the woodwork today. He's having a field day at the moment though, Yakov Katusa. Great little step over from Tim Matic though. Great piece of skill. There's the shot, and there you go, right off the post. As mentioned, Sugita, the former under-18 international from Japan, now 25 years old, enjoying his football this season. Not a million miles away there. Abdullah. Kwan finds Estevez, big switch for him. Zanibio's in. Had to come a long way, the keeper there. Good keeping in the end from Hafiz Ahmad. Came a long, long way as Katusa, again, just got a little bit too much time and space on that far side. Tried to tuck it into the channel and find the run of Bogdan Mandic. Everything's going through him at the moment, though, the 24-year-old Croatian. Ignatius Ang in behind here. Ignatius pulls it back. Good solid defending that time from the man that gave the penalty away, Azim Akbar. Easily picked off by Madu Mahana. Sugita. Vujanovic. Vujanic trying to pull all the strings, but it's that man out there, Yakov Katusa, that's doing all the damage. Delivers, decent ball. Mandic misses it. Ignatius Ang picks up the loose ball. Tries to pull it back to the penalty spot. Sugita challenged strongly by Kim Lee Kwan. Vujanic keeps everything simple. Nice little reverse pass into Sugita. He looks for a give and go. Not enough contact, said the referee. Play continues. So Roslan losing out, has to get back in. Sugita from range. Easy pickings for Matt Silva. He's doing well. Vujanic, Dalante, possession being kept. Not scored in the last two games, Tanjong Pagar United. Balestier, well, they've got 9 in the last 5 matches, but don't forget it was a 5-2 victory over Geylang International the last time that they played, just last week. No clean sheets in the last 11 games. In fact, you have to go back to last season for Balestier to keep their clean sheet. The 14th of May, it was a 1-0 victory over the Lion City Sailors. They'd already wrapped up the league title by then. It's over a year since Tanjong Pagar kept a clean sheet. 3-0 win against Brunei DPMM. That was the 26th of January 2025. Tries to clip one in. Keeper comes in, doesn't deal with the situation well enough, but got away with it. Nice touch there from Emilio Estevez. Finds Fatullah. Just got out-muscled on that occasion by Ignatius Sang. It is again. Popping up on the right wing. Gets a decent ball in. Sometimes you've just got to attack the ball, and that's exactly what Nakudin did. Concedes a corner, so they're asking a few questions here. Vujanic, it will be who will take this. Missed penalty, hit the woodwork. They've hit the woodwork as well again. Block clear from Junior Degiele. Sugita looking to get round the outside, has to check back inside on the left foot. Waits for support, Darren Tay. Sugita inside, Vujanic. Vujanic from range. Comfortable, straight down the throats of Matt Silva, though. Easy pickings for the keeper. You can hear Marko Kraljevic wanting a little bit more of a press. They'll only have themselves to blame. Disallowed goal in the 15th minute from Mandic. And they had that penalty. And here come Tanjong Pagar. Just couldn't find the feet there of Junior Degiele. Katusa into Mandic. Mandic couldn't bring that one down. Played out wide. Ignatius Ang again checks inside. Ignatius goes for goal. Flicked away from Matt Silva. Does have a goal this season, Ignatius Ang. Good work from him though. Drop the shoulder, cuts back inside and then rifles it left-footed. Far too close to Matt Silva though. Three-year-old making Matt Silva work on that occasion. Corner fired into the near post. They don't clear their lines well enough, and it's Sugita that picks it off. Well, a punch, not the right option there, and he got away with that, Matt Silva. He's punched it straight to Lazar Vujanovic. Should really have caught that. Catch that as a keeper and the challenge comes in, then you are going to win the free kick. There's no doubts about that. But to punch it like that straight to the edge of the box, no wonder Marco's a little bit frustrated there. Vujanic again out wide. Khalsa checks back inside. This time went for goal. Red shirts in the way, blocking the shot. Another corner. He has been the driving force and the thorn at the moment in the side, hasn't he? Yakov Khalsa, the man that was signed from Sahalo in Belgium, played most of his football in the lower leagues in Serbia and Croatia before going to Belgium. Now finding his way here to Singapore, the big 6'2" Croats. He'll take the corner. Fires into the near post. They don't deal with the situation. It's an own goal. And finally the pressure has told. They finally get the breakthrough, Balestier, and take the lead. It looked like it was an own goal. There were a lot of bodies in there. There are 4 red shirts in that near area, and it looks as though it's unfortunately come off Sahidat. It's just hit him and gone in the back of the net. They'll take that all day long, though. 7 minutes before half-time. The deadlock is finally broken for Balestier, who finally take the lead after having one disallowed and a penalty miss. Here's confirmation. It is an own goal from Sahidat. Put into the starting lineup today, the 23-year-old. Roll their sleeves up a little bit here now. Tanjong Pagar. So look to try and push forwards for an equaliser. Kim Lee Kwan. Goes down quickly on that occasion was Samuel Pillai. Madumahana just drops off and keeps things simple as well. Ignatius cutting inside. Vujanic just keeps it moving. Okay, working down that left-hand side. Khalsa is the man causing the problems. Juna Dejele looks as though he got past his man there. Now there could be a spot of bother here for Subaric. He got him behind. It looks as though it's going to be a yellow card. Was Madumahana going to get back in time? That's going to be a big question. Did well there. There is a tug of the shirt. Yeah, Madu's there, so it won't be a red card. But when you tug the shirt, you instantly give the referee the option of awarding 1 a free kick and 2 a yellow card. Possible on-field replay here. He's going to have a look at this, and much to the dismay of the Balestier players. They're not happy at all here, but the referee wanting to make doubly sure. So Kyril Amri for the second time in this half. Marco looks absolutely phased. He's in behind, and that's the one there. Now, if there's a tug on the shirt, and he's clear through on goal, and that is the last defender, then the letter of the law is that it's a red card. But if you look where Madhu Mahana is, he's got himself back there into a good position to be able to put at least a challenge in. So this one's going to be very interesting. You can hear the Tanjong Pagar fans shouting red, red, red. There's the angle of the shirt pull. That's the thing. Now, look, if he's 2 or 3 yards ahead, which he is, and there's that tug back and pulling him to ground, it just needs to be how serious that is deemed by the officials, and particularly the referee, Kyril Amri. Well, let's have a little look at what he's going to do here. He's had a look. I think it's just the free kick by the looks of things. That's pretty much the correct decision. Is it? And he's going for his spray. I thought he was going in his pockets for a card there. Yeah, that is the correct decision. When there is another defender around that can put a challenge in. No red card. The decision will stand. So free kick, yellow card was correct from Kyril Amri. Gillet will be the man that will take this. The Italian. Can he hit the target? Gillet with the outside of the left foot, has another go with the outside of the left foot. Deflected off the wall. Another corner. Corner number 3 for Tanjong Pagar. Quite bizarre to see him using the outside of the left foot there. Not once, but twice. A lot of pressure. There's a lot of bodies in there as well. Polite delivers. Just flicked away in the end from Hafiz Ahmad. Djeli back in, and oh my goodness. What a chance that was. I think it's just hit him. He's been helped back to his feet there, Saida. The man that scored the own goal at the other end. Djeli firing it back across, and the volley there coming off the face of Saida. Again, that's another player with a ball in the face. Seems to be all right. Is it Makbar? I'm hearing that there's going to be 6 minutes of time added on at the end of the first 45. Sportingly, Tanjong Pagar give the ball back. There's confirmation then over the loudspeaker that there will be 6 minutes of time added on. Great third man run there from Sugita, trying to get in behind. So no nonsense defending from Nakudin. Again, it's not the first time he said that in this match. Marko Kraljevic moved the ball quicker. Oh, that would have been a great advantage, and Sugita is really frustrated by that. Ignatius Sang coming short. Tagita was in there, it was past Pillai. Try and see this one through to half-time. Balestier will do. They will want to keep that one-goal advantage. A little bit of time and space here, has gone and been forced wide. Good defending in the end from Madhu Mahana. Forced Dejeni right into that really tight angle, which meant he couldn't get the shot across goal. Didn't dive in, stayed on his feet as long as possible. Clipped into the channel, just trying to get the run of Katusa. Couldn't find him in the end, easily picked off by Harid. It is again. Good pressure from Tanjong Pagar. It's a little bit risky from Hafiz Ahmad. Plays his way out of trouble though. Vujanic. Here we go, are you ready? And whoops, there you go. Zanibio just a little bit too keen to try and win that back. Nice piece of skill from Hafiz Ahmad. So, just a fraction over 90 seconds left. This with time added on. And they come again. Tay. Good run there by Ignatius Sang. Vujanic. Tin Matic. Katusa again manages to get a cross in. Easily picked off by Vujanic. Well, one back though from Zanivio. Skips past the challenge. That's a lovely ball tucked into the channel as well. That's a nice ball played forward. Djeli's in here. A big mistake, and Djeli equalises right on the stroke of half-time. It's a mistake from Madhu Mahana that has gifted Tanjong Pagar the opportunity to get themselves back in this game. Well, you can never say never in a game of football. And sometimes you just have to be in the right place at the right time. And finally, he gets off the mark here. Junior Djeli. It's a great ball fired in. Madhu Mahana allowed it to bounce rather than going and attacking the ball. Tried a cushion header back to Hafiz Ahmad. A poor decision from the man with vast experience, because Junior Djeli just gambled and got in there and went and anticipated that, rounded the keeper, slotted it home. Tanjong Pagar back on level terms. will be credited. It's the 51st minute that goal was scored. So I think the half-time whistle almost all set to go here. That depends on the referee. Balestier will feel bitterly disappointed they've conceded the way that they did, and they could score again here. Sugita goes for goal, pushed away again by Matt Silva. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, we've had a missed penalty, we've had a disallowed goal, we've had an own goal, and we've had a mistake for a goal. And if you can read in all of that, it means we're 1-1 at half-time. The most legitimate goal was scored by that man, Junior De Gile, 6 minutes into stoppage time to make it 1-1. An own goal from Sahidat in the 38th minute will be disappointing. That man there will as well, the skipper, vastly experienced, knows he should have dealt with that situation, but just couldn't. But it's the missed penalty from Tim Matic that's really disappointing, and the goal that was disallowed for Mandic in just the 15th minute means that after all that chaos of that first 45 minutes, it's Tanjong Pagar United 1, Balestier Khalsa 1. What a dramatic week we've had. We had drama yesterday with a goalkeeper scoring a goal deep into stoppage time. We've now had Tanjong Pagar United score a goal deep into stoppage time at the end of the first half, to mean we've got a 1-1 scoreline at half-time against Balestier Khalsa. I don't know if we've got enough time to show you all of the chances and opportunities, but Nakadin went close in just the 11th minute. That was after Djili had an effort, and also Mandic had a chance as well. Nakadin just creating that yard for himself and just trying to outfox the keeper. A good save though from Hafiz Ahmad. Bogdan Mandic though then scored a goal that got disallowed. Again, the thorn in the side has been Katusa in that first half. It was whipped in. Everybody claimed a handball. The referee decided to have a look at it. VAR intervened and double checked it. Very tough to sell from this sort of angle without a camera on that far side, but there was enough evidence and the referee saw just enough to see that the ball did bounce up, hit the hand, which is why the goal was disallowed. That was on the 15th minute, and you just wondered and just thought if the footballing gods were going to be with Tanjong Pagar. It certainly looked that way, because here there was a big handball. The arm is away from the body. That is a clear penalty. There's no question about that. No need to even check or review that. And you can see from the reaction of Azim Akbar that he knew it was. Once again, though, causing the issue was Katusa. Tim Matic, looking for his second of the season, stepped up and hit the post. That went against Balestier on that occasion. And once again, those footballing gods looking down and smiling on Tanjong Pagar. Good penalty, well struck, sending Matt Silva completely the wrong way. But unfortunately for Tim Matic, just catching the post. Sugita, who has himself managed to score goals this season, top scorer joint with Mandic with 4. He went close. Yeah, they can see him on the edge of the box. Beautiful little step over from Tim Matic. Sugita went with guile rather than pace, tried to tuck it into that far corner, and the former Japanese under-18 international a little bit disappointed, but he did everything right there. But it's just a couple of inches the wrong side of the post for him. It hits the outside of the post and goes behind. As it was, the pressure that was mounting came to fruition, and it ended up as an own goal. In the end, there's 5 or 6 red shirts at that near post area for Tanjong Pagar. They don't deal with the ball in, and it just comes offside. And with 7 minutes to go before half-time, you thought, OK, things are going to change here. The ball allowed to bounce. No one attacked it at all, and that's why they got punished. It just hits Saidat just there and goes straight into the back of the net. Then you just thought that possibly Balestier were going to run away with it. No such luck. Beautiful ball played in here. Madhu Mahanat, with all his experience, made a real rookie mistake trying to head that back to the keeper. Hafiz Ahmad had committed himself, and Junior Djili, the man from Italy, gets his first in Singapore, making absolutely no mistake. How about this for a good striker? Gambles that it's going to be short, skips round the keeper, slots it home, and 6 minutes into stoppage time, we're all square. That is how cruel the game of football can be. You make one mistake and you get punished, and that's exactly what Tanjong Pagar did. They punished that error, and that's why we have an all-even game. How about the stats? Let's have a look. 62%. Balestier have had the ball. They've kept it. They've used it well as well, with 13 attempts as opposed to just the 7 from Tanjong Pagar. But if you look at the bottom, though, the interesting stats here are attacks from the left and the right. Now, there's been 21 attacks in total, but it just shows you how much emphasis is given to Yakov Katusa. 18 attacks from the left-hand side for Balestier, only 3 from the right, and you can see that Tanjong Pagar have only been trying to go down the right-hand side. So that tells you something about where Balestier think this game can be won and lost. As we mentioned, match week 12 has been, well, nothing short of sensational. Great first half as Geylang and the Young Lions drew a 1-1. BG Tampines up against 10 men in the second half against Taogang managed to get the job done 3-0. Late drama. The first ever goalkeeper in the SPL, Ivan Susak, was the hero for the Lion City Sailors, who grabbed the late equaliser to draw 3-3 with Alborex Nigata. And that late goal here from Junior Dejile gives us a 1-1 scoreline at half-time, with all to play for in the second 45 minutes. Will Balestier continue to be on top, or can Tanjong Pagar upset the apple cart? Join us in a few minutes' time for the second half. It should be interesting. A very warm welcome back to the Jurong East Stadium. Match week 12 coming to a climax. It's half-time and we're going into the second half, and we're going in all square. Tanjong Pagar United and Balestier Khalsa currently 1-1, courtesy of Junior Dejile, scoring real late drama 6 minutes into stoppage time. We've had one change. Anarchy, who was left out of the starting lineup for Sahaidat today, that has been rectified by Nur Alam Shah. And it's Anarchy that comes back into the starting 11. Well, back into the game. Sahaidat is the man that has gone out. No subs for Balestier at half-time. They were out early as well. Marko Kraljevic, I'm sure his half-time team talk would have been along the lines of, just keep doing what you're doing, but we've got to put the chances away. They have created a lot of opportunities, and I'm sure the words were said at half-time by Noor Alam Shah down the right-hand side to Azim Akbar, Zanivio, Nakadin. Those are the players that really need to step up this second 45 minutes, because Yakov Katusa has been running riot down that right-hand side. There was Noor Alam Shah looking on. He'd be glad that his side have managed to get themselves back into this game. A goal disallowed for handball, a missed penalty for Balestier. It could have been 3-1. As it is, it's only 1-1. So the second 45 minutes about to get underway. The countdown proceeded. And here we go. It's confirmation of the change that has been made. Oh, no nonsense from Hafiz Ahmad. Cleared his lines, a little flick, nonchalant flick really down the line. Back heel from Yakov Katusa. Matt Silva fires that one forwards, but it's picked up again by Vujanovic. Balestier with a lot of ball possession in that first half, a lot of attacks coming down the left-hand side, as we highlighted at half-time in the stats. And they're going down the left again. Here is Katusa. Azim Akbar thought that that should have gone his way, but it didn't. Harip with the ball in. Everybody had got themselves into the box, so Tanjong Pagar can come away with the ball. All just tucked into the channel, looking for the substitute, Anaki. Mahana, he'll be really disappointed with his clearance there and his decision-making for that goal and the equaliser right on the stroke of half-time. Just a mistake and an error. It happens to everybody. That's a poor first touch from Danante. It manages to rectify the situation. The full ball hadn't crossed the line, so play can continue. Just because the ball touches the line, it doesn't mean that it's out of play. The full ball has to cross the whole line. Katusa again. Tries to get his cross in. Didn't get a decent ball in on that occasion, though. Goes harmlessly behind for a goal kick. Balestier fans trying to count down, trying to rush Matt Silva into taking the goal kick. Look at him with the ball forwards. Got away with that touch on that occasion, did Subaric. Vujanic. Nicely tucked up the line from Katusa. Sugita in behind. Sugita tried to fire it in and find Tim Matic, but good hands from Matt Silva. Easy pickings for the keeper. Tanjong Pagar taking a little bit of a respite by keeping possession at the back and then going a little bit longer. Upper body strength there of Vujanovic was just enough. Danante fires that one down the line. Ignatius Ang. Ang cuts inside. Lovely reverse pass. Tim Matic. Good save, though. Good goalkeeping from the veteran in goal, Matt Silva. Read that situation, the 34-year-old. Came across and made absolutely no mistake. And now Zanivio is on the burst. Zanivio just tucks it into the channel. Junior de Gillet couldn't outfox the defenders. So now Balestier can come forwards. Khalsa. Launch clear. Rich playing it wide. Darren Tate tucks it into the channel, and again Tim Matic gets there. This time again Matt Silva comes across to narrow and close that angles, gets a touch, it goes behind for another corner. So again, 5.5 minutes in already of this second half. It'll be another corner for Balestier. Whipped in long and headed back inside. He's got to stay on his feet. That's exactly what he did. Mahana closed down. Is that going to be a throw-in? Certainly looks that way. Looks as though the ref's just holding on to that just to have a quick look to see if there was anything there. He says play on quite quickly, as well he should. It's the right decision. Well, one from Harith. Mandic wins another corner. Pressure mounting again here for Tanjong Pagar. Whipped in with pace, headed away from Junior de Gillet. And it's just electing to keep possession, goes all the way back to the keeper. Hafiz takes his time and then saw that there wasn't too much on, so kicked it out of play a little bit higher up the field of play, which was good. Kwan with the throw. Just the decision making there from the players of Tanjong Pagar needed to be a little bit better. Izang, Ignatius Sang with a step over. Poor touch though. Had it. Has time and space, thought about the shot, but instead elects to go to Khalsa, who delivers. The header forwards in the end from Tim Matic. Easy and comfortable for Matt Silva. Mahana with a comfortable header forwards on that occasion. And it has time and space as well. Khalsa again. A little bit too physical with the challenge there. Azim Akbar concedes the free kick. Stopping Katusa from getting the cross in. Tried to go across him with his arm. A real chance here now. A little bit of a better angle to deliver a quality ball into the box. It's going to be whipped in with pace for sure. Katusa, far too much pace. That was the problem. Out from the back, Tanjong Pagar, and then having to go long, which means they're going to lose out. Harry has a little bit of time and space. Easily read on that occasion from Azim Akbar. Harith again, no. Looks for the give and go, went for the strike on goal as well. Referee playing an advantage. Did well to play that advantage as well, because here comes Junior De Gillet. Had to check back inside. Anaki is there with him. Time and space. Fatullah went for the strike. Easily blocked though. Sugita finds Katusa. Lovely ball back from Sugita. Poor execution though from Yakov Katusa. They worked that very, very well there. Balestier with a little give and go. Just got right underneath that. Never going to trouble the keeper at all. Marco wanting his players again to push up high as Matt Silva goes a little bit longer. Nobody there, so Darren Tay will pick that one off quite easily. Just ran out of pitch on that occasion. Couldn't get enough angle on the ball to chop it back into the black shirts that were lurking. They still retain possession though with Vujanic. Haned, Sugita. Katusa with the ball in. It's a decent ball as well. Got to hit that first time. Ignatius Sang tried to take a touch in the box and it had fallen just nicely for a volley. You have to say that could be the best opportunity of the half so far. Junior De Gillet, did he get caught? He'll win a corner. Adu Mahana having to track all the way back in there. Here's the chance. He's got to hit it first time. He's tried to take a touch. There's too many shirts in and around him. Wasted opportunity. Bang, there you go. Hit that one first time, son. As it is now, because he's tried to take a touch, they turned over possession and they're going to have to defend here. And as we saw at the end of that first half, it's just one little mistake that can prove costly. Estevez will be the man that delivers. He goes very, very deep, looking for Kim Lee Kwan, who heads it back in. Madu with a header away. Nakudin. Well, that was a good clearance if he was defending, but Nakudin has a lot more quality than that. The ball wouldn't sit down quickly enough for him. That was the problem. Poor effort in the end. Vujanic moves that one forwards quickly, trying to put Balestier back on that front foot. And from what we saw statistic-wise in that first half, they're not going as much down the left-hand side. They are in favour with possession, 61%, as they go down the right with Ignatius Sang again. He clips one in dangerously. Zanivio with a header away. Just launch clear anywhere will do at the moment. Djili on the chase. Subbridge got there first, and you can see the frustration from the Italian. Balestier happy to just pass it and keep it at the moment. Keep coming forwards though. Ignatius Sang again. Vujanic. Katusa. Inside, Tim Matic. Lovely bit of footwork. And that is a cool, calm finish from Bogdan Mandic. It's a very, very well-worked goal from Balestier. Mandic finally gets his 5th of the season. But all the damage done down the left-hand side again by Jakov Katusa. Him and Tim Matic linking up down that left-hand side. And Mandic is there to do a job, be in the right place at the right time, and he exactly was. Lovely piece of skill there from Tim Matic. Good work, lovely little rollover, and just fired it back across goal. Unmarked was Bogdan Mandic to make absolutely no mistake and put Balestier back in the lead. Very, very well worked goal indeed. No question about that. Throwing down the line, Tim Matic is there. Everybody defending. As you might expect. Here's Hallett again. Hallett again, finding Katusa. Ball whipped in, just flicked away. Happy to keep possession, happy to keep moving the ball. Ignatius Sang delivers. Not the best clearance from Nakadin on that occasion, and again. Decent ball into the far post, and that is his 6th of the season. Bogdan Mandic makes no mistake from 2 yards out. And we saw Ignatius Sang try and cushion a header back across goal in that first half, and it didn't work. This time it did. Are the floodgates going to open now? That is going to be the big question. Again, it starts down the left-hand side. A wonderful ball whipped in from Yakov Katusa. Ignatius Sang, he'll get the assist with that little cushioned header back across goal. And again, scoring from what's known as the POMO, the position of maximum opportunity. And that's all that Bogdan Mandic did. He just attacked that space at the far post and manages to get his 6th of the season. Second of the night. And takes him well away from Sugita, who's on 4. And now a mountain to climb for Tanjong Pagar. Will that kick-start them? That's going to be the big question. Estevez helps it down the line. A little nudge in the back. Possession conceded.
Stay a little bit inside. Stay a little bit inside first. Touch it right.
And they come again. Katusa plays it inside. Sugita again on for the hat-trick. Didn't come to fruition though. You see the disappointment on his face. He did have that goal disallowed in the first half as well. Is he onside? Stays down. Junior Dejile. Good save in the end from Hafiz Ahmad. Now the whistle goes. Will be close. Ooh, and it just looked as though he was labouring slightly, but it's just enough. Only had 2 hat-tricks so far this season. Both players scoring 4 goals in that. Of course, Yusuf Ezidiari, who's no longer with Tanjong Pagar. That was on the opening day of the season when they defeated the Young Lions 4-1. He scored all 4 goals. And Hide Higashikawa for BG Tampines Rovers, he managed to get 4 against the Young Lions as well. Ignatius Sang, well, didn't have his shooting boots on that occasion. Should have done better. That shows why he's only got 1 for the season so far. Going to be an uphill struggle and an uphill task now. They do have the most yellow cards this season as well, with 13. Tanjong Pagar United. Nicely worked. Madamahana with a header away. They should be comfortable from here now, though. That's a big, strong challenge coming in there. As Akbar goes into the book. That's the first Tanjong Pagar player to be booked in today's game. Lovely bit of skill there from Harith.
You stay there. Here we die. 4 of you staying, no defending. Take all of them.
Confirmation that he goes into the book. Well, looking a little bit worried. I think he really needs to be, the way that his side has played here today. They have played well. Missed the penalty. Goal disallowed. 3-1 up now. Hit the post again. Tells you quite a bit. Sharp. Chesley Hatter there, just trying to go through what they're trying to do to try and sort these issues out. Tim Matic as well to retain possession, skips past a couple of challenges, goes for goal, straight down the throat of Matt Silva again. Well, you can see exactly what he was doing, trying to make amends for that penalty miss a bit earlier on. Vujanic, Sugita, Tin Matic, Ignatius Sang, back on that left foot, Vujanic, Katusa delivers, did well to claim that Matt Silva. A couple of players down, playing allowed to continue though. Here comes Katusa again, scored in the last game. Will he score here? Went for that bottom corner. As mentioned, was on the score sheet against Geylang. Matt Silva having to jump up and push that one away to safety. That's a good save because it dipped and bounced just in front of him as well.
And Daniel, 5 minutes. Come. Be ready.
Nice to hear what Marco's actually thinking. Going to make a change or two. Tanjong Pagar are going to make a change before then, though. I don't think they'll do it while this is going on. Maybe El Cannavaro looks as though he's getting ready to come on. Man who plays from Timor-Leste. He's had 2 substitute appearances already this season as the 19-year-old. We're going to see him in a minute or two. With the ball in, it goes past everybody. He's desperate to try and get his hat-trick, isn't he? Keeper comes a long way to fist that one away, picked up by Anaki. Given away again though. Comfortable for Vujanic though. Just takes his time. A little bit more movement up front. Ignatius finding Katusa. Harry for the give and go. There are angles. No foul, said the referee. Play on. It's going to be too heavy by the looks of it for Junior De Gile to get on the end of. That change is going to happen now. It is It's going to be Cannavaro that will come on. Fabio Cannavaro. Fatola is going to be the man that goes off. 3 caps for the Timor-Leste national team. Fabio Cannavaro, more of a wing player, making his 3rd appearance of the season, all as a substitute. Signed from LSB Lolara over in Timor-Leste. It looked as though he just ran straight into Zanivio there. Watch this, just flicks it between the 2 players and goes. Long-range efforts. Oh, brings out a big save from Matt Silva. It came out of absolutely nowhere. No one was expecting that, including the keeper. Ignatius Sang from range. Forcing a big save, just dropped the shoulder. Had a look, there was nothing on, so elected to go for goal. Just wonder if that was dipping in the top corner. Attempts on goal as opposed to 9. Whipped into that near post area. Actually went a little bit further than that as everybody missed it. And now there's a chance. It's a 4 against 3 if used correctly. Played out wide. Zanivio drops the shoulder, cut inside and got deflected for a corner. Well, we saw him score a stunner against the Young Lions like that at the Jalan Besar Stadium. The whistle goes. Are we having the substitutions now? I don't normally see coaches make changes when you have to defend a set play. Balestier are going to make 2 changes, but looks as though it will be after this. Samuel Pillay will be the man that will deliver into the box. Fires into that near post area. It's not a bad ball either. Headed away. Complete air shot is going to allow Balestier to come forwards now. Sugita plays it forwards. Has it got enough pace on? Just didn't have enough for Darren Tate. Tanjong Pagar looking to try and come back here. Good challenge from Vujanic. Tin Matic. Really can create issues and problems. It spells a Dynamo Zagreb 2 and a Liga Warsaw 2. Obviously in the Croatian and the Polish top leagues. So you've got to turn around and say, not bad at all. Sugita. Harith. Vujanic out wide. Great ball delivered into the box. Katusa. Vujanic. Great goal. That's a great goal. Not an absolute stunner. Matt Silva will be disappointed he didn't get more on that. But he had the time and the space, Lazar Vujanic, to get his first of the season for Balestier. But more importantly, give them a 4-1 lead. Midfield, nowhere to be seen. No one closing down. Look at the amount of time and space he had. Picked his spot. Matt Silva will be disappointed he didn't do a little bit better, but it's just all the pace on the ball. Pjanic then with his first of the season, and he will be very, very happy with that. 2 changes have been made then whilst that goal had gone in. Daniel Go and Tajeli Salamat have come on. Ignatius Sang and Harith Kanadi have gone out. Play again on the 9th of March against Hougang Balestier Khalsa. Then on the 15th, it's a huge test for them as they'll take on the Lion City Sailors, who, if you haven't heard already, and go and check it out, go and check your social media. A goalkeeper scoring in the 97th minute. Ivan Susak became the first goal scorer as a goalkeeper in SPL history by our reckonings, and gone through and checked quite substantially, and I can't see any other keeper that has scored. So real dramatic stuff last night. That was to get themselves, the Lion City Sailors, a point. Keeps everything open at the top of the table. Balestier, though, on the attack here, 4-1 they lead. It was 3-0 a bit earlier this season. Maybe in header. Defensively, Tanjong Pagar need to just react and deal with situations now. Faisal Roslan it was with that last-ditch header, the 30-year-old. Had a spell at the Lion City Sailors as well, and Home United and the Lion City Sailors before moving across to Tanjong Pagar. It's also at Geylang after he was at LCS before making his move to Tanjong Pagar. Chance here now with another corner. Whipped into that near post area. Clearing it with his head. Katusa again creating a yard to get the cross in. Alvaro it was back there defending, conceding the corner in the end. The misery will continue for Tanjong Pagar. As Balestier goes short, it's going to be 3 in a row for Balestier. Good save. Matt Silva getting the touch. Looked like he got a touch, but a goal kick's been awarded. Much to the dismay there of Yakov Katusa. Oh, he hit the crossbar. That's why everybody thought it was a touch. So that's the 3rd time the woodwork's been hit by Balestier in today's game. Jelly being asked to just slot in there at the left back position. Matic looks like he might be given a little bit of a rest by Marko Kraljevic in a minute. And here Elijah Lim is going to be replacing him. Oh, lovely give and go. Katusa didn't have the angle for the cross though. We may have that change now to take a slight nick and a slight deflection, so it's going to be a corner by the looks of things. Will they make the change now or just afterwards? Tusa to deliver. Near. Oh, and a cheeky little flick there from Matic. All the best out of the keeper, Matt Silva. Zanivio being forced all the way back. Tijelli just standing up. Double teamed in the end. Vujinic just getting a toe on it. Here comes that change. It is going to be Elijah Lim, the 24-year-old that was signed from the Young Lions, that will come in to second stint at the club. And Tim Matic actually once played against England under 19s for Croatia under 19s. Is the man that goes off. He's had a pretty solid game. Silva with a long ball up the field of play. Don't attack it properly. That looked as though it was a strong challenge as well that came in from Subaric, who's on a yellow card as well. They did have a red card against them the last time these two sides met. Balestier. There's that first one. It was Tijelli that went in with a challenge by the looks of it. Dangerous position though. I'm sure we'd rather just concede the one goal, Marco. Will help the goal difference. This will take them down to -7. That is exactly what Haugang are on at the moment, but they will of course be 2 points ahead of them. Again, when it comes to positions at the end of the season, that could have something to do with it. Estevez. Oh, he's hit the post. Well, there's been a lot of post hitting today. Emilio Estevez from Chinese Taipei. Not a million miles away there. Don't think Hafiz Ahmad would have got close to that at all. Zanivio with the ball in. Julian Desjardins just couldn't get on the end of it. Now the quick counter-attack is on here. Chance for Daniel Go. Penalty awarded. A rash challenge, and there is no question about who's going to take this. It will be Bogdan Mandic, who's on a hat-trick. It did look like a rash, clumsy challenge, it has to be said. Well, there were bodies all over the place. Let's have a look if there is contact. It is being checked. While that's going on, there'll be a little bit of repairs being done to the players that are down. The referee had no doubt in his mind. This will be the second penalty of the game. The first one was missed by Tin Matic. It was in the 23rd minute after the handball from Azim Akbar. This time it's more of a clumsy challenge. There's going to be an on-field replay here. So the official is going to go and have a look at this. So there may not have been as much contact as what he initially felt, but he does want to get the results right, which is why he's going to go and have a good look at this, Khairul Amri. See what happens. He checks back inside there. Does he make contact with the ball again? The defender does well, because that moves the ball. The ball moves, so that's good defending. The question is the challenge that's coming in from Samuel Pillai, is that the one that's clumsy? He's in a good position on the field of play, the referee, right there on the spot. What's he going to do here? He's had a look at it. No penalty. So because the ball had moved, and it had moved off that plane and off that angle away from the attacking player, the penalty has not been awarded. Well, that's what VAR is there for, to help assist and to get the decisions right. And you could clearly see defensively the ball had moved. It was a good challenge in the end.
Substitution for Tanjong.
They're going to have another change as well. Israel Yusuf is going to come on. Samuel Pillai is the man that's going out. Junior Desile just couldn't get enough on that. 6 minutes of time added on at the end of this one then. There's no question that this one's done and dusted, but it's can they get themselves another one? More importantly, can Bogdan Mandic be the third player to score a hat-trick this season? And that's the big question. Big switch coming on that side. Had 17 hat-tricks last season. So that just tells you a couple of things. Tanaka scored one for Balestier. Darren Tate is coming off. Fadil Niad is coming on for Darren Tate. Giving himself a quick breather. Solid display from him. Fadil just beginning a little bit of game time here. Pulled straight into action and just launches the ball clear, so he does get a touch of the ball 2 minutes into stoppage time. Tijeli just nicks it away. Zanivio manages to keep that one in play, but the referee, or the assistant referee, just gets in the way. That's frustrating. So Balestier can look to attack again. Free kick. Vujinic with that challenge. The little give and go there. Cannavaro with that little nick over the top, looking for Zanivio. Cannavaro wins it back. Shows good feet. It's still Cannavaro. Cannavaro! Deflected wide for a corner. Was that a foul? You could see Cannavaro winning it back and fighting for that play allowed to continue. And that shot being flicked away and just going wide. As the goal scorer Bogdan Mandic is down. Should be okay to carry on. Alam Shah, Jasny Hatter there in the background looking on. I'm sure he's going to be very, very happy with the way that his side has played here. Marko Kraljevic. Could have been a lot more. It's not though. Zanivio. It's a poor ball forwards and a poor ball in. Way behind. Time ticking by. Will be too little too late if anything is to happen for Tanjong Pagar. They're going to have to go back and lick their wounds and turn around and come out all guns blazing. Not going to be easy for them the next two games. Albrechts, Niigata. Then they take on PG Tampines Rovers. A couple of real tough asks for them in the next couple of weeks. Samad clears his lines. Right ball forward was just a little bit too much though. Anaki wasn't going to get there. The 6 minutes are almost up, so you do feel with the scoreline the way it is, the referee will blow his whistle, and that's exactly what he does. So after having a goal disallowed in the 15th minute from Mandic and a missed penalty from Tim Matic in the 23rd minute, Sayat got things underway, but it was an own goal from him that put Balestier in the lead before Junior Dezile scored right on the stroke of half-time. Mandic then came to the fore with two strikes in the 61st and the 65th minute before Vujanic was the man that rounded things off in the 80th minute with that strike from about 30 yards out. Matt Silva couldn't do enough to keep it at bay. Marko Kraljevic will be very happy. It's a very big and important 3 points for him. But not only that, it has really helped his goal difference. That's 9 goals scored in the last 2 games for Balestier. That is something that is positive and will keep him extremely happy. As for Tanjong Pagar, they will stay on 4 points. It's been a tough outing for them today, but it's finished here at the Jurong East Stadium. Tanjong Pagar United 1, Balestier Khalsa 4. Well, where to start with the highlights? There are so many. There was a disallowed goal a little bit earlier on. Then there was that handball. Mandic's goal got struck off in the 15th minute. This was in the 33rd minute. Arm clearly away from the body, which is why the referee pointed to the spot. And it was Tim Matic that hit the post. He's looking for his second of the season. He absolutely took it exceptionally well, but just misjudged it slightly. Then the goal came. There are 5 red shirts at this near post and no one goes and attacks the ball. And as it is, it just bounces and it bounces up and hits Saida on the hip and goes into the back of the net. And you just thought that that was really going to open the floodgates. All fired in, no one deals with it. You can't allow the ball to bounce. That's exactly what Tanjong Pagar did, and they found themselves at 1-0 down. That was in the 38th minute. But the footballing gods were smiling on Tanjong Pagar because they managed to get themselves an equaliser 6 minutes into time added on at the end of the first half. A mistake here from the veteran Madu Mahana gifted Junior Dezile the opportunity to get his first in Singapore and his first in the Singapore Premier League, as he rounded the goalkeeper and tucked it into the back of the net to make it 1-1 going into the interval and into the break. There's a nice ball played in behind. Madu Mahana will be a little bit upset with himself that he didn't deal with that as well as he should have done. Tried a little cushioned header back, but Junior Dezile just gambling, getting in behind and making absolutely no mistake. Then into the second half, and again, Katusa down the left-hand side was a thorn in the side of this Tanjong Pagar side. He linked up with Matic, Tin Matic, with a lovely little rollover and just created that half yard to whip it across the face of the 6-yard box. Great bit of skill. Everybody just stood and watched, though, in the defence, and it just allowed a simple tap-in for Bogdan Mandic. That was his 5th of the season. He's not going to score many that are going to be easier than that. Nobody marking, no pressure on him. He made absolutely no mistake. He doubled that and went to 6 for the season in the 64th minute. They tried this in the first half. A little cushion header back across goal from Ignatius Ang. And sometimes you have to be in the right place at the right time. And on that occasion, yet again, Bogdan Mandic was. Just gambled, got himself into the pomo, just span, and the 2 defenders just stood and watched, didn't react at all. Poor defending from them, but as sharp as you like, Bogdan Mandic making no mistake. Nice little header back across, and the pomo, the position of maximum opportunity, that's what they call it when you score the majority of the goals. Again, everybody backing off. Lazar Vujanic, no one closing him down from the middle of the park. The goalkeeper, Matt Silva, will be disappointed he didn't get anything or a bit more on that. Should really have done a little bit better, but where is the marking? Far too much time and space for Lazar Vujanic, who finally breaks his duck of the season and gets his first goal of the campaign. It has been a total dominant performance, really, from Balestier. It could have been a lot more. They hit the woodwork a couple of times as well, and it really reflected in that scoreline. Let's have a look at the attacks from the left. There was 18 in the first half, but so there's only been 9 in the second. So Tanjong Pagar managed to work that one out and stop that service going into the box, and they used the right-hand side a lot more in that second 45 minutes. 62% possession, though, but 23 attempts and 15 on target. Tells you how busy the goalkeeper was, but only 3 on target out of 13 from Tanjong Pagar United. Match week 12 then has finally concluded. It's finished 4-1 today, but all the talk and the drama was around match 3 there, when we saw Ivan Suzak, the first goalkeeper to score in the SPL, came forward for a corner in the 97th minute, meaning that the Lion City Sailors held on to their unbeaten streak with a 3-3 draw. PG Tampines Rovers needed a red card for Hougang and a second half dominance display to get their 3-0 victory, and he finished 1-1 with Geylang International and the Young Lions in the first of match week 12's games. That's all done and dusted. As you can see, the Lion City Sailors still unbeaten, the same as BG Tampines Rovers. That win, though, lifts Balestier Khalsa up in the 4th place, 2 points ahead of Hougang, but it hasn't done any harm at all to their goal difference. Tanjong Pagar United will still stay in 7th place, but with minus 25 against their name, and now the side that has conceded the most goals so far this season, the 4 points looks vulnerable as the Young Lions will look to hunt them down. Plenty of action coming up next week as we move into match week 13. Tanjong Pagar United up against Albirex Niigata. That's on Friday here from the Jurong East Stadium. They'll need to dust themselves down pretty quickly. The Lion City Sailors and Geylang will go head-to-head. And again, can new coach Jesus Casas turn that draw into a win? Geylang struggling for form of late, so it's going to be tough for them. The Young Lions face a huge mountain against BG Tampines, who will want to stay on the heels of the Lion City Sailors. That game is on Sunday, and then on Monday, rounding things off, Hougang again will be in action against Balestier, who will have a full week to prepare for that big one. Plenty of action coming up, plenty of entertainment and excitement, and the way that the results have gone this week keeps the league well and truly alive, particularly at the top and the bottom of the table. But here at the Jurong East Stadium, in an encounter that has seen two sides really go for it, but one had a little bit more quality. It is finished. Tanjong Pagar United 1, Balestier Khalsa 4. Join us for more action next week.